What's up, guys? It's your boy Day Day back out here another video, and I know it's been a while, but I haven't been on 2K like that. Truth be told, I've been on Fortnite. I've actually been playing UFC 4 a little bit more. I haven't really been on the game that much at all. Uh, but when I do hop on 2K, I be doing like rebuilds and what ifs and stuff like that. And I haven't really had the urge to be like, okay, I want to record a video right now, right? Now that it's changed, I wanted to get my public opinion out there about the Memphis Grizzlies and how they should move Ja Morant, and if they should move Ja Morant, and then also how they should move Jaren Jackson Jr. and if they should move Jaren Jackson Jr. Because apparently there's some trade talks that Jaren Jackson Jr. might be leaving as well. So we're gonna get into all that right now. So for Ja Morant, I mean, looking through the teams, we could start off with 76ers. They're good. They have Tyrese Maxey at point guard. They don't need anybody else. The Milwaukee Bucks are somebody that need a point guard. Um, I guess Kevin Porter Jr. isn't, that good for real. I'm not saying he's not that good. Kevin Porter Jr. is pretty good, but I guess he's not good enough to be a star beside Giannis. Now, I'll get into that later. This is somebody that's going to be part of the trade talks like later on. So I'm going to get to that in a second. But the Bucks are definitely somebody that are interested. The Chicago Bulls, I don't think they'd be interested at all. The Cleveland Cavaliers, they're not interested at all. Uh, I don't think the Celtics are interested. I think the Clippers possibly are interested for sure. I mean, I feel like they're interested in everybody right now. Hawks aren't interested. The Heat are a team that is interested. Um, no, no. The Sacramento Kings are a team that are definitely interested, or I feel like would be interested. Knicks, no. Lakers, no. Orlando Magic, no. Mavericks, possibly, but I don't think they have the means to draft right now. With AD out and everybody else out too. Um, the Nets, uh, I think it's possible. I just don't think Ja would want to go there. And I feel like, Ja, how loyal he's been to Memphis this whole time, I don't think it is a thing that he doesn't go. And I think the Raptors are a possible suitor for Ja Morant. Um, and other than that, I think that's it. Oh, the Timberwolves are a possible suitor. And that's really it. I mean, you could throw the Trailblazers on there, but I don't think. Actually, yeah, we're going to throw the Trailblazers on there because there is a trade that I saw that I do like for John Morant. So there's two trades out of, it's really like four of the ones I've talked about right now that I just don't think would happen, and we're going to go ahead and go into the propose a trade menu to see what it would be. So John Morant is the starting focal point right now, and it's to the Bucks, right? So if I'm Memphis, I'm getting rid of my star point guard. I'm going to want somebody back. The only people that I've seen that's actually been part of the deal was Bobby Portis Jr. and Kyle Kuzma. Like they'd have to throw in somebody like a John Concar or something like that. Uh, it should be 600,000. I'm pretty sure there's like a trade exception or whatever. Not John Concar, then somebody that's on the lesser salary, like maybe Jock Londale. He's playing too well. Like Vince Williams Jr. I don't know. He's too good right now. Maybe like Scottie Pippen Jr. Honestly, somebody like that. But this is the first trade, and can I just say I hate this for Memphis? I'm a Memphis Grizzlies fan, so I'm gonna give you both sides for sure. If you're the Bucks and you're able to get Ja Morant on a $39 million contract, that doesn't free up your cap space to go sign somebody else. Is that kind of bad? Yeah. If I'm the Bucks and I'm trying to win a championship with Giannis, I am shipping one or maybe two of these guys off, especially Kuzma. So I'm shipping at least Kuzma off in the offseason and trying to go sign a point guard for that 20 million that you can get. I don't know who would be available, but also Kevin Porter Jr. Like me being a Memphis Grizzlies fan, I'm gonna tell you what the Grizzlies would want back. And Kevin Porter Jr. is somebody that the Grizzlies would want back. I mean, he's somebody that could do really good for us. He's averaging 17 and 7.5 assists. He would be really, really good for us. And I feel like if we're giving you John Morant, we're going to want either Kevin Porter Jr. or Ryan Rollins. The Bucks don't want to get rid of Ryan Rollins. He's doing extremely well for y'all. Breakout season. Probably going to win Most Improved, to be honest with you. I know they don't want to get rid of him, but Kevin Porter Jr. is averaging just about the same that John Morant is. So if we are able to get Kevin Porter Jr. for John Morant, you can give us uh, who has the worst contract, Kyle Kuzma, something like this. The Bucks would acquire. So you have to get rid of somebody like at that point. I'm okay with getting rid of Vince Williams Jr. Something like this, and the rest, the 7 million. I mean, you'd have to find matching salary. Like maybe we still do Bobby Portis, and we give you Jock Londale. Do I want to get rid of Jock Londale? No, that's the only way this trade will work. Get John Morant. We get Kevin Porter Jr., which is going to be the star of the trade for us. Kyle Kuzma, who could be a small forward, and then Bobby Portis, who could back up Jared Jackson Jr. So this is the first trade that um, I'm interested in as a Grizzlies fan, and I feel like the Grizzlies would be interested in. If it's just Bobby Portis and Kyle Kuzma, I don't think we do it. Two guys that are 30 years old and they're on. Kuzma's not on the worst contract ever, but like again for his value, like what he's doing right now, it's not good. I'm paying you $22 million a year for 13 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. I got Jaren Jackson Jr. respectfully, and then Bobby Portis. He's kind of undersized to play center, and also he's getting paid 14 million to do a little bit better than Kuzma, to be honest with you. So that's like a good that's an upside, I guess. Um, what was the next team I was talking about? It was the Clippers. So the Clippers are trying to do this whole rebuild thing, and how is that going to work? Not quite sure. I could not tell you, but I do know that they seem like a team that would be interested in John Morant, and I could see straight up James Harden for John Morant, and then maybe they give up. They have nothing else. So James Harden for John Morant, straight up. I could see this. I could see this happening where the Clippers. Do I want him to go to the Clippers? No, I don't think it would be a successful place for John Morant. Uh, do I think John Morant want to go to the Clippers? Hell no. Do I think that John Morant would like it as a Clipper? Hell no. But if we're looking at just matching salaries and stuff like that, this is a place that John Morant can go to, and honestly, this works perfectly. You know what I'm saying? James Harden would come here. Excuse me. James Harden would come to Memphis. Uh, I think James Harden would like to go to Memphis as a place, not the team, like the actual place of Memphis. Hell no. But I think if you do this trade straight up, it gives the Clippers something to look forward to. They finally got a young star that they could continue to try to build around for that 2020 something off season. I mean, we already know Kawhi Leonard has 2 years left on his contract, and that 2028 off season is in 2 years, so he's going to come off the books. Zubac is still going to be there. John Collins isn't going to be there, so that's 76 million off the books right there alone, along with like Brooke Lopez. Like that's another 8 that's gone, and Derrick Jones Jr. is probably still going to be there. Nick Batum's going to be gone. Chris Paul's no longer here. Like just a lot of people. Bogdan's probably going to be gone. He's making 16 million a year. Like you know what I'm saying? Like oh my God, like this is going to be overall just good as hell. And then they got Bradley Beal here that they got for like 6 million. Is that a good thing? Probably not. I mean, Bradley Beal didn't do the best right now. Anyways, but yeah, that's another trade that could happen. And like I said, it'd be John Morant for James Harden straight up. I think it makes the Grizzlies better as a team over there having John Morant or having James Harden instead of John Morant. But I'm not sure if that's really what the Grizzlies want right now. I'm pretty sure they don't care. They know they're not going to make it far into the playoffs. What's the point of even trying to get there? Like, yeah, I know that's like a wow, that's kind of fucked up way to think about it. But like, let's be honest. Let's be honest. All right, and then we have the Heat. So the Heat actually have two different trade packages here. The first one's just Tyler Hero and where is that? This dude for John Morant and you guessed it, John Konkar. A lot of these trade packages have John Konkar added onto it. So Jovic, good young player. He's like what 24? He's 22. Good young player who's actually having a bit of a down year from last year, but still doing pretty good. Giving him 8.5, 3 assists, 4 rebounds on was pretty good 3-point shooting, kind of bad this year. His efficiencies went down, and then Tyler Hero. We already know how Tyler Hero is a good 3-point shot. Don't think he would be much of the same player in Memphis, to be honest. But actually, I take it back. I think he would be actually even a better player because with him, with John Morant not being there, Jaren Jackson Jr. being the quote unquote star player there, if they decide to keep him, uh, then actually Tyler Hero would get to take all the shots he wants. You know what I'm saying? His efficiency might be at an all time low. You know what I'm saying? He might shoot like 40% from the field this year, which might be horrible, but the nigga could average like 30. Let's be honest. So that's one trade from the Heat. And then if we go back to the Heat, I said I had another trade. And the other trade, it's not as good of a trade, but it's something that is definitely possible. It's Aaron Wiggins, or Andrew Wiggins, my fault. Andrew Wiggins and then Casper Siakochonis, and I believe it was a pick. I saw that it was this second. So something like this. So we get Andrew Wiggins from this trade. It's really just expiring contract, and we get Casper Shakuchonis, which uh, he's a rookie or is this second year? He's a rookie. And he's got 2 years left on his contract. Plus, he's got a team option for another 2 years. Casper's would be a very good young guard to get back in this. In exchange, I'll get John Morant, and you're still able to keep Tyler Hero. Now, this is if John Morant's value is at an all-time low, right? Like we saw what Trey Young just went for. This is similar to a Trey Young trade. Only difference is, first off, we get a pick. Secondly, we get a young player. You know what I'm saying? So take that what you will, but if his trade value is as low or lower than Trey Young, that is probably what he would go for. Is not what I meant to do. All right, so the next team I said anything about was the Kings. Now, when it comes to the Bucks, I don't think that trade would happen because, like I said, I don't think the Bucks is a good fit. I don't think the Clippers would do that because they're trying to save all their cap space for that 2028 offseason and try to be like the best team ever, whatever the fuck, right? The Heat, I can see it happening. I don't think it would be a great fit, but I could see that trade happening and them trying to try that out. Especially that second trade that tried where the Heat literally have like no. Like if they fuck up bad, it's like it doesn't even matter. They got John Morant for damn near free. You know what I'm saying? And then this next team I was talking about was the Sacramento Kings. So I saw this one trade, and actually I'm gonna have to add John Concar or somebody back to this trade, but it's not my favorite trade in the world, and it was their 2026. Was it their 2026 first or 2028 first? That sounds more right. Yeah. So it was something like this, and we're gonna have to add somebody back to it. So I guess we could do John Concar or Vince Williams, depending on how salary is. So somewhere more like John Concar or Vince Williams. So yeah, something like this. See, DeMar DeRozan on a 24 million dollar contract for 2 years. So it's like he's going to expire before Ja does, and we get Devin Carter, uh, a good young guard. Young is a little, he is like 23. Yeah, good younger guard, I guess. Younger than Ja by like what 3 years? That's not even that young. I don't like this trade. I saw this trade on the damn damn, where did I see this trade at? I saw this trade from somebody somewhere. Uh, could not tell you. I wish I could shout him out, but yeah, uh, don't know if that trade's gonna happen. And because I don't think the Grizzlies would even want that trade. I feel like they would make a super team in Miami with Bam, Tyler Hero, and John Morant, Jaime Jaquez, and whoever else they want to have out there before they would do that trade. Because that trade doesn't give them shit. Also, I saw just straight up John Morant for Domas. Uh, and I don't know how much I like that trade either. Like Domantas Sabonis, like he's having a down year, but he's still averaging a double double and having a down year is crazy. But like his stats are down all across the board. His 3 point percentage sucks. His field goal percentage is like, is this the worst his field goal percentage has been since it has since 2018 at least, or 2020? I mean, yeah, this is the worst since 2018. That's crazy. So yeah, mind you, he was drafted in 2016, so that was only his what sophomore year. Yeah, that was only his sophomore year where he averaged that much worse. Like, damn, like I don't know. His points are down. His points are down probably since the same year. Since 2019 season. Like everything's just down all across the board. He's not that good for us right now, but neither would the DeMar DeRozan trade. But I feel like Kings still value Demonis Sabonis a little bit more. I feel like the Kings are probably one of the most suitable teams for Ja when it comes to like him actually playing. Now, Nick Claxton and John Morant are friends, right? Nick Claxton was the subject of, in my opinion, since me knowing that they were just good friends, buddies, and all that for a while. Memphis Grizzlies, we always needed a center. Steven Adams wasn't going to be a long-term center. And then before we got Zach Edey, I was just like, Nick Claxton, please, please, for the love of God, come to Mississippi. And then you sign an extension, or to, not to Mississippi, to Memphis. Then you sign an extension with the Brooklyn Nets. So I was like, damn. So, yeah. So when it comes to uh, the John Morant trade, I honestly don't know. I saw somebody say I would love to get John Morant on this team, pair him up to next to Michael Porter Jr. because Michael Porter Jr. is supposed to get traded anyways for like Jonathan Kuminga. So I think having John Morant out there with somebody that he likes and Nick Claxton, because like I said, they're friends, and then also having him next to somebody like Jonathan Kuminga could be a fun team. It could be a really fun team, and I actually want to do that in a video soon. But I just don't know how it's going to work out because their contracts are so low. Like their highest contract here, other than Nick Claxton, who John Morant would want to play us besides, and Michael Porter Jr., is Terrence Mann at 15 million. And like, yeah, that's nowhere near matching John Morant's contract. Actually, it would work. I forgot that the Brooklyn Nets uh, could take that on because they have like zero cap space. So yeah, uh, or they have a lot of cap space. So they could trade this pick too, because that pick could be really good. They could trade them the 2027 Nets or Knicks pick if they wanted to as well. Get rid of that pick. Uh, Actually, I don't think they would do that. I think they would keep the 2020. I think they would keep these two picks. I think they would get rid of their 2029 first. I feel like that'd be valuable to Memphis. And I feel like they would get rid of one of their point guards. They have Nolan Traore. They have Ben Seraph, Igor Dimin. I feel like Igor Dimin would stay. Ben Seraph, I don't know too much about him. Couldn't tell you much. Playmaking, mid-range shot creator, and like I don't know, man. It would be between Nolan Traore or Ben Seraph because Igor Dimin is kind of loved in Brooklyn right now. And they want the best backup. Uh, Yeah, I don't think they would get rid of Cam John or Cam Thomas. He's not going to resign here anyways. Send Zaire back to Memphis. As a reunion. Well, actually, it would be a reunion with Ja if he goes. And then, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out my ass. Maybe that would be all Ja's worth. Two firsts and Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann's on a 3-year contract. Hell no, we're going to have to get something out of it. Low key, we might be able to get Igor. John Morant's going to be a point guard. You get Igor Dimin in the trade as well. That seems only suitable because Jesus Christ, man. We'll give you. We won't give you Vince Williams. We'll give you John Concar. Something like this. Two firsts, Igor Dimin, Terrence Mann for John Morant and John Concar. That's got to be like a good trade on both sides. You get if you believe in John Morant, do you believe in Joe Hendry? Looking ass, but yeah. Um, and then you got the Raptors. I said the Raptors. So the Raptors have this kind of weird thing going on. Scotty Barnes, maybe not now, but early in his career, like 2020, or the 2022, 2023 season, maybe even this season here. I think he played better as like the small forward on the team, right? Which isn't bad. Brandon Ingram plays better as a small forward. RJ Barrett plays better as a small forward. And you just got everybody else, right? So the thing is, I don't think this trade is likely when it comes to John Morant. But I will say this. I feel like there is a way they could go with this, and I feel like the only way to go would be either RJ Barrett or Emmanuel Quickly, and they're definitely going to try to get off Emmanuel Quickly's contract, especially because RJ Barrett plays shooting guard for them right now, and it could be a straight up swap, shot for Emmanuel Quickly, but you're going to have to give me some picks. I'm thinking two first, but I know they're probably not going to want to get up two first, so maybe a first and 2 seconds for Emmanuel Quickly, John Morant swap. I think Memphis would do this because they want draft capital, but also they might not want to do this because Immanuel Quickly's contract is horrible, and I don't know how easy it will be to move. But also you do get some draft capital out of it, so it's like it makes you think. But I think there's a better deal for that. And then here is my personal favorite deal when it comes to John Morant trades. Actually, we're gonna do mine last, my favorite last. So the one I saw was uh, straight up Jeremy Grant and then some picks. It would be you cannot trade that. It would be at first, uh, this first, and like a second. So two first and a second. You get Jeremy Grant, who's actually playing like not horrible this year. He's playing pretty good, giving us 24, shooting pretty good too. Jeremy Grant, first round pick, and maybe they wouldn't do this pick right here between Portland and Milwaukee because we already know Milwaukee sucks. So that pick's probably gonna be really good. So or at least their future sucks. I'll say that. So they might not do that pick. So it might just be a first and a second, or maybe a first and 2 seconds. But yeah, uh, then you got my personal favorite trade when it comes to just getting assets, and that is the Timberwolves. So I think my favorite trade is going to be I got to find a way to do this, but it's going to be Rob Dillingham, all right, Mike Conley, and probably Nas Reed. Okay, and we'll give you back. We'll give you Vince Williams Jr. and we'll give you John Concar, and this would be the trade. Straight up, player for player, player for player, player for player. Uh, no picks involved. If they wanted to do a pick, I feel like the most the Grizzlies could ask for would be like a second. Do they even have a second? They do. That's like their only pick this year. So maybe like a swap worse to the Timberwolves, like a second round pick that they could add to a package, like a draft package to get higher up in the draft if they wanted to. I don't know. Um, all I know is those second round picks are damn near invaluable as hell. So if you move two of them together, you might be able to move up like fucking 10 picks in the draft maybe. But yeah, maybe you ask for a second. Maybe you're able to get 2 seconds out of this because Rob Dillingham is not going to play. Uh, let's be honest. Like they've had him for a year now, or this is his second year, I should say, and he's not doing shit. Not that he's not doing shit. They're not giving him the time to develop and shit. And I feel like he would be so much better if they just played him. I feel like he'd be out there looking like Jeremiah Fears is right now, just without the vertical, without the athleticism. Mike Conley is an expiring contract. You kind of have to move him in this trade. I feel like this is who the Timberwolves would want to move. And Mike Conley goes back to Memphis. What a story. He gets to retire where he started from and was there for a while. You know what I'm saying? Back when I first started watching basketball, Mike Conley was in Memphis. So you love to see it. And then Nas Reed, he's going to be somebody that could just play good for us overall. And I feel like that would be the best trade possible because Nas Reed, as though he is not doing the greatest this season, he did win Six Man of the Year, stuff like that. He isn't playing that many minutes either. He's playing 26 minutes. Nas Reed is somebody that could definitely do that for us, especially if you're doing Nas Reed for John Morant. Only problem is fit wise. Like, would this be a good trade? Because uh, John Morant and Anthony Edwards. Now, I do think it would be very flashy. I do think it would be a good trade for Memphis, for the Timberwolves. Fit wise, I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you for real. But between every trade that I showed you, I like the Heat's trades. I liked I like both the Heat's trades to be honest, and then I also like the Timberwolves trades. And then when it comes to anything else, all the other trade, I don't really like that much. Maybe the Nets, if they were to throw in a good pick, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you. With that being said, I hope that y'all like this video. This was all the trade scenarios of trading John Morant and what I think would be the best options to trade Ja for. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, my overall statement is, hey, don't trade Ja at all. His value's too low right now. Wait another year. Maybe his value gets better. If it gets worse, that's when you have to trade him. You know what I'm saying? But his value is too low right now. I think if you trade some other players, get a little resurgence going on in Memphis, he might go back up to a 25 point per game score, and you're able to get a little bit more for him than you would right now. With that being said, I hope that y'all like this video. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. I'm out. Peace.